America's never been more divided.
The degree to which we feel that the other side is not just, we don't just dislike them, we strongly dislike them, and we think that they are a threat to the nation.
There does seem to be a growing geographic divide. But what about our beliefs and values?
America has never been more divided than it is today.
I'm done being pessimistic about 2020. And here's why.
We saw women who came off the sidelines.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
Now I get it. The current political climate is not something you'd correlate with positivity. I'm more likely to neck the glass of beer before I see it as half full. But after watching last night's debate, I'm done with the negativity. So you can pour me another half glass, I'm going to look on the bright side. And the reason is we actually agree on a lot of things. Despite what conservatives and Fox News will tell you, the majority of people in America want the same thing, just some people frame it differently in a way to discourage people from realizing that it's actually possible. Here are some examples. Number one, universal background checks. Gun control and the Second Amendment is a heated topic in America, but it's one where most Americans agree on certain things, on both sides of the aisle. According to a public policy polling survey, 83% of gun owners support expanded background checks on sales of all firearms, including 72% of all NRA members. Now I know what you're thinking. Why then does the NRA not support this, seeing how a majority of their members do? Well, the NRA only represents about 5 million of the 105 million Americans who own guns, which means they may have a skewed representation of gun owners. And secondly, most importantly, they're not in the pockets of everyday Americans, they're in the pockets of politicians. Therefore, they will vote in favor of what suits them. Which leads us to our second point we all agree on: getting money out of politics. In 2016, Donald Trump said he'd drain the swamp, but here we are in 2019, and that swamp is still pretty infested. We all remember AOC and her game of how money plays a major role in how representatives govern.
Let's play a lightning round game. I'm gonna be the bad guy.
Well, most Americans want to end that. Data for Progress shows that 53% of voters believe political corruption is a crisis in the United States, while another 36% believe it's a significant problem, but not a crisis. In fact, given a list of 10 challenges facing the nation, political corruption was rated as a crisis by more voters than any other issue. Legalizing weed. For every yoga mom who's launching their weed pottery class in the OC, there is still far too many black and brown folks serving a lengthy sentence for weed. And 62% of Americans say that shouldn't be the case, and they support legalizing marijuana. This 62% reflects a steady increase over the past decade. With more and more states legalizing weed and noticing enormous benefits in doing so, the majority of Americans want it legalized across the states and the criminalization of the drug to end. And these are just a few of several major issues that are often presented as ultra-divisive doomsday topics, when in reality, that's just how those in the mainstream media choose to frame them, as socialist or radical, when the reality is the majority of Americans want change. And that's why I'm choosing optimism as we vet candidates for 2020. Did you like this video? Then great. Never miss another breakdown video by hitting the subscribe button below and ring the bell to get notified whenever we publish a new video.